Another classic ride for the summer, 1974 Cadillac Eldorodo convertible. Super clean, finished in Apollo yellow. Stay tuned, we'll take you all around her, get her on a test drive, also get her up on the rack. Alright, we'll go ahead and get into it. So like I said, it's finished in Apollo yellow. It's kind of a cool color for real. Kind of give me like that banana cream vibe, but it's super cool because, you know, it take you back to the times when cars was all different colors instead of just silver, black, and white. First looking, obviously she got the big fat white walls, super classic look. Rolling down the side, all the trim looks solid. It's exactly where it's supposed to be. And then you can see that she's also got the skirts attached. Got a couple of imperfections where you can see where it might have been somebody tried to fill in with touch-up paint. But overall, super clean body. Looking down the passenger side, she appears to be pretty straight. I don't see any big dents to point out. I don't see anything really crazy outside of the touch-up spots. So like I said, we'll go all around and I'll try to point out as much as I can. So this is another one of those areas where it was some touch-up paint. But again, you know, I'm zooming all the way in on camera so you guys can see everything. You don't notice this when you're, you know, 5 to 10 feet back. Rear looks super clean. Bumper fillers are intact. All the lights do work. All the trim is intact. Molding is where it's supposed to be. And the rear bumper, super solid. No rust, no signs of an accident or anything like that. Checking out the driver's side, again, she appears to be pretty straight. I don't see anything that shows work done in the rear quarters or along the body. Again, got the skirts intact. Top is super clean. Getting the idea, it's brown. You'll see once we put it up, once it goes on the rack. It's a perfect top though, no issues at all. Finishing down the side, again, no issues at all body wise. Got a little bit of a mark here. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's just dirt from probably backing it up, so nothing there to worry about. The windshield is clean. There's no rock chips, cracks or anything like that. Hood itself is in great condition. Again, I don't see any rock chips, dips or anything like that. Emblem still intact. I actually think this color, looking at it on the camera, I'm gonna have to see, but it kind of shows more like a canary yellow on screen, but in person it is a little more muted than that. It's not like a super vibrant like what you see on Camaros. It's not like that kind of yellow. It's a little more muted, kind of like yellow and vanilla mixed together, if that makes sense. Chrome is solid, bumper is good, all the chrome around the headlights is where it's supposed to be, and there's no pitting and no rust, so everything looks nice and solid. Let me go ahead and pop the hood, and then we'll go ahead and check out the trunk as well. Whew, give me a second. Take two hands to get this hood up. So as you can see, it's clean underneath. We got power brakes, power steering, AC as well. Got a new battery put in. Inner fender wheels look nice and solid. No signs of rust anywhere. Super clean car underneath. So let me go ahead, get the keys, check the trunk. Hold the crust up. Oh, I forgot. The key cylinder, they took it out. I don't know why, but they took it out. So we're gonna hit the button. Forgot about that. So no cylinder for the key. Again, you're gonna have to use the button. Trunk is extra clean. All the original stickers there for the jack. Clean trunk with no issues, and you'll see once we get it on the rack. Like I said, it's clean underneath. I know it sounds like I slammed it. I didn't. It just caught like that, and then the soft close took it the rest of the way. Checking out the interior, as you can see, she's kind of like the Apollo yellow as well. A little bit lighter, but again, I'm looking at it on camera, and it does show a little vibrant. It's not as vibrant as it shows. It's a little more muted, but I do think this yellow looks great with the wood trim going all around. Seats are in good condition, no rips or tears, and then we got brown carpet. Checking the passenger door panel. I'm sorry, driver's side door panel. There, this color looks a lot more realistic, so it's kind of what you expect throughout the whole inside of the car. Jams are solid. You can see all of the lights do work. Turn to the inside. Driver's seat, we don't have any rips or tears. There is a little bit of a, I don't know, I guess you'll call it peeling from the dye. So you got a little bit of peeling that went on. Obviously, if you've ever driven any of these convertibles, the amount of heat that they hold throughout the day, things like that do happen. Checking out the dash, no cracks anywhere in the dash. Dash is beautiful. We got a retro sound radio, which we'll check when we go on the test drive. Mileage reads 87,494. Let me get over here to the passenger side. Got a service book from the original owner. He just kept a bunch of the service tickets, so things like oil changes, tune-ups. He had a new top installed, the touch-up paint that was ordered. So some little things like that are in there. Again, passenger seat, more of the same, no rips or tears. Carpet is super nice. And passenger door panel, no warping, nothing pulling off. And as you can see, the lights work as well. It's just a super beautiful car for this era. And while the color, I get it, color might not be for everybody. I think that's what makes it super dope. Helps you to stand out for this era of vehicle. So stay tuned. We're going to get started on the test drive. So crank her up. Fires right up. Again, mileage reads 87,494. Horn works. Lights work. They got LEDs. I can see them reflecting off of the other cars. Windshield wipers work. AC does work. We charged it already and checked that. Ooh. Radio works. It's a retro sound radio, and then also it's actually got a sub underneath, a retro sound sub, so it's got respectable sounds, honestly. So all the windows work. I'm gonna just roll them up just because I'm not gonna put the top up right now. Put the top up when we come back. All right. Left turn signal, right turn signal. Nope. All right, I see the left turn signal in the light on the hood and in the dash. I don't see the right turn signal in the dash. And then I also noticed too, even though the car shifts with zero issues, it's not showing in the instrument cluster. So should be done raining, so let's check it out. These Eldorados just float too, and then they kind of got like a, you know, being front wheel drive, they kind of got like a little, they sit up higher in the front, so it kind of give you that good commanding view of the road, but you are looking over this long hood the entire time. So when you're driving, you're basically pointing this hood. This thing is super smooth. I can already tell the steering is straight, like my hands are off the wheel, I'm tracking straight, but the steering wheel itself is not clocked straight. So I don't know, you know, again, if that needs to be some type of adjustment in the steering box or the steering wheel itself. Go ahead, let's see. Yeah, she's shifting smooth. The power delivery is nice and silky smooth. No lurching in the seat or anything. It's just all the torque available just for you to just ride nice and smooth. Speedometer shows I'm doing about 30, which seems to be about accurate. It is kind of pulsating a little bit, but it's accurate. It's not silky smooth. I can hear the turn signal itself when I'm turning right. Again, I just don't see it in the dash. Yeah, this thing is super smooth though. Suspension feels solid. I'm not bouncing all over the road. Again, this isn't the smoothest of all roads. but you can kind of tell in the body she's not all up and down. She's kind of just gliding, honestly. And steering wheel, that's about how much play I have, which isn't a lot by any means. And again, like I said, this alignment itself, she's tracking straight with 0 issues. Brakes are solid. I'm not even halfway into them, and I can gradually modulate how much force I need. So she's definitely slowing down, no problem. Not hearing any squeaks or anything in the dash. I don't hear the windows rattling. I know I got them up right now, but I don't hear them rattling at the bottom of the doors or anything either. Overall, this is a super quiet ride. This is one of them Sunday drivers for sure. Nobody ruined it by putting loud mufflers on or anything. She's just a beautiful cruiser. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get her back. We'll check out, get her on the rack to check out underneath. I'm gonna hit this big dip, which I don't expect anything to be here. Nope, solid. So like I said, we'll get her on the rack, we'll check her out and see how everything goes. All right, got 74 up on the rack, starting with the rear bumper. Again, it's in good shape. I don't see any dents, anything to talk about, honestly. Some of this is actually just the dirt and exhaust accumulating from the exhaust over years. Checking out the frame, the extensions, gas tank, everything looks solid. Just your normal surface rust because there's no coating on there. But no signs of leak from the gas tank. Trunk pans and everything looks nice and clean. Suspension is stock. We have nothing, actually. Shocks look like they were changed recently. I can tell by the new hardware. We got drum brakes in the rear. There was a new muffler put on. You can just tell by the new look versus the rusted exhaust. Coming forward, frame is nice and straight. No patchwork, no wheel jobs. And then looking at the floor itself, floor pans are nice and clean, solid. No soft spots, no patchwork, and a little bit of coating still there as well. But again, frame is straight. No rust anywhere there. Nice and clean. Moving up towards the front. Of course, we just came off the test drive. No signs of leaking from the oil pan or the trans pan at all. Being front wheel drive, you can kind of see the diff up in the front. You can see the setup. Again, it looks like shocks were changed out in the front. And we got disc brakes. But that's about it. Everything else looks solid. No signs of leaking from anywhere else underneath here. Front bumper is solid. Again, doesn't look like any accidents, no indentations, no rust. We're gonna move on down the passenger side. Panels look good underneath. Wheel wells look solid. Got a better view of those white walls. Coker Classics. And checking out the frame and underneath the body. Again, everything appears straight. No signs of any body work or any other type of work. Got a little bit of paint peeling underneath here, which pretty much is normal from rocks kicking up and things like that. You can see they tried to hit it with some touch-up paint. That's kind of expected for these cars. And this side is actually pretty clean. Again, driver side. Didn't see this coming through. You got a little bit of scratches here where they didn't fill it in with touch-up paint. But moving on further down, all the chrome is intact, body is good, frame is nice and straight. Video of the top going up. Go ahead. Top does need a little tiny bit of help. It gets about right there and it starts slowing down, so it's gonna need a little bit of a hand. And it's just because it's a little bit older. But as you can see, like I said, she just needs a little helping hand. And once she gets over that little hump, she drops down with no issues. Not gonna lock it down. Go ahead so you guys can see the outside. So if you're interested in this 74, make sure you give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on Instagram and the website. As always, appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below.